decluttering my space. Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julia Charles, and it has been such a long time since I did a sitting down video like this, but as you saw by the title, I will be doing a how I prepare for a new semester as a 5th year medical student. I can't believe that I'm about to say 5th year medical student, but yeah, 5th year medical student. And I can't, first of all, let's pause. How has it been 5 years? I have been living on my own, well, the last 3 years I guess, but I have been living in a whole different country for 5 years. I mean, the pandemic did happen, I stayed at home most of it. This is ridiculous. Like, I can't believe how much I've grown, I think, as a person. But that's not the focus of this video. We'll do that another time. But yes, I am doing this video to talk about the ways I think that you should prepare for a new semester. And I have been doing this for, I think, the last I guess 4 years, but mainly last semester I really tried these tips I'm about to say, and they really helped me, and they have been a lifesaver. And I'm saying this right now because, like, honestly, these have helped me, and I think it's just a standard thing that you do. So the first thing on this list of how to prepare for a new semester is for girls, and I guess guys as well. I want you to find a low maintenance hairstyle. And why I say this is because if you're black like me, you know our hair is a lot to deal with, and a lot of the times you need to either have braids, or if you're a natural hair girly and you need to, like, you carry your hair all year round, perfect. But you need to find hairstyles that you can just get up and go. And in the last few years of medical school, I have shaved my head, I've been bald, I have learned how to braid hair. I am now trying to do the wig thing because this year I'm not gonna have the time to be braiding my hair like for 12 plus hours that it takes me to do it every weekend. Not every weekend, but like every 6 weekends or something like that, because I take my hair out so quickly. So find hairstyles that will be low maintenance, especially in the first couple of months, and actually throughout the semester, because as the semester begins and then we have exam season and it's just a whole mess. So you need to find hairstyles that will be perfect and low maintenance, that frames you well. And for me, last 2 years has been braids. I have learned how to do my braids myself, because I remember one time I wanted to do braids and this one was gonna charge me 500 crowns per hour. And if you know anything about braids, you know it takes a long time. And if you have a big head, which I do, and I've got a full head of hair, it takes like 8 hours plus. I don't have that amount of money to give to you, I'm so sorry. So you have to find something, and that's how I started learning how to braid my own hair. So you have to find something that's going to be sustainable for the semester, or at least until whatever break we have. I think the break we have is Christmas, and sometimes we have breaks in between. They're not breaks, like we have a block and then sometimes you have a break between blocks. So you need a hairstyle, like a low maintenance one. So number 2 is to schedule some kind of fitness activity. And this, like at the beginning of the semester, this has been so hard to continue with, because like as the semester goes through, for example, this past semester, I obviously started working at the end of last year as an English teacher online, and as just working, studying, school, it just gets hard to do the things like you want to do, especially for personal care and like exercising. And at the beginning of the semester, I had to get a trainer. And why I could afford it, because I was doing English, like the English lessons. And this is another thing, it depends what you can afford, it depends the time that you have. But if you're just strictly a student and you don't need to work, I'm going to, like, I think you need to do maybe 3 to 4 times a week. You have to schedule in some kind of activity you want to do, like maybe walking, which is actually like fine, which I do most, like a couple of times. I'm not gonna say most of the time because I don't do that most of the time. I do that a couple of times, especially since I moved here to where I live now. Before, like in the other apartment, I used to walk like every other night with one of my classmates. And this can be like yoga, Pilates. If you have a gym membership, sometimes they have classes and you don't have to pay extra for that. And I think it's really good for like your mental health. And for me especially, I have PCOS, so I have a lot of hormone imbalances, and I can feel very fatigued and shitty sometimes, and it's really hard to lose weight, especially with PCOS, because of this. Whenever I'm back in the gym, I'm like working out consistently, or at least 3 to 4 times in a week, my mood is elevated, and it really helps like with mental clarity. So I think it's something that you need to think about as the semester starts. Look at your schedule, see what days you are available. If there's some classes, for example, for me, I really liked Pilates when I was doing it, but I have a client which is like where I teach English, and his class is in like during the lessons, and I can't go. So I'm actually thinking this semester I'm going to ask him if I can have it another time because of this, so I can go at least once in a week, and then I'll have some other kind of activity to do during the week as well. Now the third thing is to create a meal plan idea. So for the last 2 years, I can't remember when exactly, but when I was in my last apartment, I bought these meal prep boxes. They're like 3 spaces. I think I've shown it at one vlog. I've definitely shown it in a vlog because I can remember showing it exactly right now. And I bought these boxes where they have 3 spaces, like 1 big space and 2 smaller spaces, and you can have like your main meal, a snack, like I don't know, fruits, whatever it is that you want. And this is a really good life and time saver. And especially when I used to have like a full day at university, I would pack something like this and I would go, and you have lectures. This is really helpful, and it's actually been helping as well with like when you go to the hospital and come back and you don't want to think about what you want to eat, you just want to come back and eat and just go home and just either go to sleep or work or go study or whatever you have to do. And another thing with this point is to look at like some meals that don't take time, that you can meal prep. For me, it's always chicken always chicken and rice, always chicken and potatoes, always like pasta with chicken, pasta with beef. Like it's always the same thing for me. So these are the kind of like meals that I like to prepare when I'm meal prepping. And during the start of the semester, this is always a lifesaver, but as the semester goes down, your energy will reduce, and sometimes it's so hard to continue. But I know that it really helps like when you do it. So yeah, and I actually do need to stick to this because like I know this semester is going to be hell. And what I want to do as well, like I have a Notion where I put some like meal plans that I like, meals that I've made before in the past that I really enjoyed, and they're not that hard. For example, I think I have a Notion page for mixed veg, potatoes and sausages that I meal prepped one time, and I think this is a really good idea for people who are like interested in something like that. It's just potatoes, some bell peppers, carrots, things like this, and just salt and pepper with olive oil on it. Put it in the oven, air fry it, whatever you want to do, and then just use ketchup or whatever sauce you want, or hot sauce. Like it's so easy. It's like one of the easiest meals I've made. Then the 4th thing is to look for online or in-campus jobs. And for me, especially being an international student, I have done various jobs in the last 5 years. I have been a medical like blog article like writer or blogger, I guess, for this company called Med2B. They help students like go apply to medical school, and I was writing blogs for the article section of their website, and I can put some things I've done for them on the screen. And yeah, I've done that before. I am a healthcare assistant, which I do when I'm at home and they have jobs for me. I have been teaching English online. It's actually coming up to a year in October, I think, or November. and I can't believe how long I've been teaching this English job, like with this job, because I never want to be a teacher. I never wanted to be a teacher because like I thought I wouldn't have the patience, but I'm actually really surprised at myself that I do have the patience. And with this job, I've also been able to, which I didn't think I was able to do before for some reason, advertise like other, like not with the company I'm with other people, and just tell them, oh, like I teach English online. My nail lady, she wants me to teach her son English when he comes to that age of learning English apparently. So we will see if that will happen, but these are ways you can learn, like you can earn money in university. I also cook sometimes, and because I'm black and Nigerian, I sometimes come here with like loads of the food stuff that we don't have here, especially in my city anyway. So I cook, and I have like a little flyer where I can put on my screen. I have a little flyer where I sell food, and like I charge a certain amount for some kind of food. And I think in 3rd year or 4th year, I had like an event in like our accommodation building where I cooked for people, and then I charged them, I think like 200 crowns or 300 crowns, and then they just came and tried food. So you just have to get creative with, especially with skills that you have yourself. And also braiding, which is surprising because I actually don't know how to braid, but like just learn they're just the things that you can do to earn little money. You're not gonna be like a millionaire, but you can earn something to keep you afloat. And also remember, like our parents are supporting us, like international students, and if you can do anything where you don't have to ask for extra money, like that's always a plus. And for me, I hate asking for money, so I would just rather find a way to make that money. So like these are the things I've done, like to help me earn money to whenever I don't have extra money from my parents. Whenever I don't have extra money from my parents, I can always do this, and it's always fine for me. Okay, number 5 is to make a master syllabus. I have had a master syllabus since the summer semester of 2nd year. This is where I go through all the courses we have for the semester. I put everything on Notion. I put all the course, like the syllabus and everything, and like whatever book that I would decide I want to use, I put the book there. If I'm going to buy it or not, then well, in the first couple of years I bought books, but now I don't really buy books anymore. So this is what I do for my at the beginning of every semester. I find the courses I have. This semester I will be having cardiosurgery, ophthalmology, hemato-oncology, genetics, forensics next year I think. But these are the courses I have. So I'll put this on the screen. In my Notion, I have all these courses, and I have their syllabus topics, like what we're going to be going through. So this is a really good idea, and if you already know the deadlines for some of the things, it also helps for you to put the deadlines here as well. Number 6, if you have oral exams, it's very helpful, especially international students, and especially if you study in Czech Republic. They love exams. They love oral exams. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, I like oral exams. I tend to do better in oral exams than written, because I feel like I can say what I know, and it might not get me an A, but it can get me a grade. But with multiple choice questions, especially here, the multiple choice questions here are horrible. Like, I really do not know who makes these questions. Honestly, I don't know who makes these questions. They are horrible, and this is why I prefer the oral exams anyway. So if you have oral exams, try getting the past questions from your either the Czech students or from the English students that are above you, or just asking the teachers, do you have oral exam questions? Could you please send them to us? Bonus point, which I did last year actually, last semester. Bonus point if you actually try to answer these questions before the semester begins. And I'm so proud of myself because I did this for I think 2 or 3 subjects. I'm so sorry if my camera keeps like changing position, but I am my camera is overheating, so I have to turn it off and on a couple of times. But yes, so what I was saying about the oral exams, so for clinical years especially, you're going to be doing a lot of oral exams. And if you're like me and a couple of students in my class that prints out the oral exams, these are not all of them, but these not oral exams, the oral exam questions, and like you answer them in a thing, in a whole format. So before the semester started, this is last semester, before this last semester started, I did a couple of my exam like questions. I answered them myself, and also these are basically just a syllabus. Like even if you don't have the questions, you can basically use a syllabus, and sometimes it's fine, but I prefer to just use the questions because these are the questions I'll be answering at exam. So for example, I had the oral exam psychiatry, so I did this with my classmate actually, and we split up the questions. Like one person did, I think, odd numbers and one person did even numbers, and we answered the questions, and then we gave it to, like, we sent it to printer, and then we printed it. This is psychiatry. It has all the topics that we did in the semester, and like some of my notes as well. This is my psychiatry oral exam questions. And then I have surgery, and surgery was a lot actually, and these are my surgery questions. And I think the surgery questions I started, and I did like I think more than 75% of these questions before the semester even began. So that was really like good point to me, because it takes the time off actual studying during the class. And then I have radiology, which I didn't do, I think, or maybe I did, but I didn't do them correctly, and then I had to like change some things, and we also split this up between my classmates. And I have oncopathology. This is when I started like this book thing for the exams. I just had my written notes from class and written notes I did during exam season, and then I just like put them into this thing. Like I went to a printer shop and I asked them to make a booklet, and that was that. And then these are oncology. So if you want to do it this way, you can. Most people don't do it this way. It does cost some money to do this. Like you can just answer them yourself, and just like that will be fine. But I generally just prefer to just have the questions, answer the questions, put it into a book, and I just know for oncology I'm just going to be working out of this book. For pathology I'm just going to be working out of this book. And this is what has helped me like the last year or so with the oral exams, because I really like the oral exams. I know most people hate them, but I really like the oral exams. Now for number 7, I put down, think about your space, look at the times you need to clean your space. Do you need a cleaner? And look at like hiring a cleaner. So now I think that this is when I got a cleaner this year. I got a cleaner once this semester actually, because it was like a lot. It was a lot. And I want you to know that if you are living at home, you would have your parents there. If you are living at home, I'm not saying that your parents will be cleaning after you, I'm just saying you would have your parents there. You wouldn't have to cook every meal you eat. You wouldn't have to, like, there's certain things you don't have to think about if you are living at home. And when you're living on your own, I don't know why there's this thing with like, if you hire someone to do something for you, people just have this thing of like, oh, you're rich, you have money. It's not even just, it's not that. It's really not. Like, for example, especially here, labor is quite cheap, and I think my cleaner was like £10 an hour, or £15 for the 2 hours she was here. And was it 15 or 20? I can't remember exactly how much, but I think I gave her like 400 crowns. And when I tell you, or 300, I can't remember exactly how much, but I gave her under £20. It was cheaper than my nails, let me tell you. Like, it was cheaper than getting my nails done, and getting my nails done here is like £17. So I need you to think about the time that you have. If you're someone that works and studies, and then if you're someone that works, study, and then you have to go to university or hospital, and maybe you have like a partner, for example, like you have to spend time with them, you need to think about the things. You need to think about time. And if a cleaner is going to be helpful for you, and you need a cleaner to help you, I only had the cleaner once. I'm actually thinking about maybe I'll have her a couple of times this semester, because the last thing for me is my space. Like, I literally, like right now I need to tidy up a lot, but whenever I'm in exam season, the things that go away for me is my personal like space, cleanliness, and my gym, and like eating. Actually, I think sometimes I'm actually quite good with eating clean, but when it's too much, when you need help, think about hiring a cleaner. It might not, like, it might be maybe every 2 weeks or once a month. Like, if you just want someone to come and do a deep clean of your space and that's all you need, that's completely fine. But you don't need to do this, obviously. But if this is something that will make your life easy, especially medical school, and if you work and if you have other things that you're committed to, think about it. And that's what I'm going to say about that. But also scheduling some times where you'll be cleaning. If you're the type of person to clean up like every single day, that's going to be like this. I don't even need to tell you anything. But if you're the type of person that you might need help, think about getting a cleaner. And I remember I was telling someone that I knew a couple of years ago actually, and I was telling him like, oh, do you have a cleaner? And he was telling me, yes, I have a cleaner. And I was like, why is it such a taboo with, like, especially girls? And because I remember I told one of my friends, and I told her that, oh, I've got a cleaner. She's like, oh, you've got money. I'm like, no, it's literally the price of getting takeaway. It's like either I choose having a clean space for like a week or 3 weeks, or getting takeaway tonight. Like, these are the things. Like, anyway, that's that. I actually do need to go in like 5 minutes because I have a lesson. The next thing is to try and do nothing too taxing mentally for a week before, if you can. So for me, my semester starts on the 18th of September. I, like, the week before, like, I'm literally just gonna be teaching English, and I don't plan on doing anything like taxing, like I have to study or trying to do anything like that. Just try and relax, recuperate. It's a marathon, like everyone has been saying, medicine is a marathon. So just think about relaxing things. Think about relaxing things. Just find things that, like, if you're a very spiritual type, maybe meditate. Just do things that's gonna make you light just before the semester begins. That number 9, set some kind of goal you want to achieve as the semester begins. So for me this semester, the thing I wanted to achieve was to try and balance my time right, and the second thing was to leave the house looking like a decent human being. Like, in the last couple of years I had this habit of leaving the house like who done it and why. And for me it was like I didn't feel good about myself and I didn't feel confident. And I've noticed in the last couple of months, like when I did this, when I leave the house looking decent, like making sure that I have clean clothes on. I'm not wearing, like, also with baggy clothes, I'm not wearing too many baggy things like every time in the week. And making sure I've done my skincare routine. Like, it's just these simple things that give us confidence that really helps me. So I was really good at that, and it's like something I'm going to continue this semester. I haven't really made one goal for this one, but I think the goal for this semester will be exercise again. I tried to do that last semester and it didn't work. So this semester it's really something I have to plan towards and do it. And I have a personal trainer actually, so I'm just thinking, because in the next couple of weeks I'm gonna get paid, like, and I'm just thinking of just giving her that money and just being like, when the semester starts, I've paid you for like a month or 2, so yeah, like, give me the time you have and we'll just try and sort something out. But obviously I know with this semester especially, it's going to be so hard for me, and I do not want to get into a state of depression, and I can get into that state very quickly. But going to the gym very often, like maybe 3-4 times in a week, it really helps me. And if the things that helps me and makes my life easier, especially in medical school, I always try and opt for that. So yes, so number 10 is to have a good planning system. And for me it has been journals. It's been journals, especially this one. I really like this one because I like blank journals and I like to journal my thoughts, and sometimes I like to make little calendars here. Like when I was going to Spain for the Erasmus thing I had there, I had like a calendar I had a calendar counting down to that. I have calendars where I put down the dates of exams. I have things here, like I put down the dates of exams for like exams that are done, I check them off. Things that I want to do, I check them off. When I was trying to start like a little business, I did it in this journal. I have like these parts of the journal where I just write down the times, and then I just write down things I'm going to be doing from where. For example, studying, I put down dermatology, learn connective tissue lesions, pharmacology, do the homework, things like that. So you need to have a good planning system. I'm rushing because I need to go because I have a lesson in a minute. You also need to, for number 11, is to strategize study ways, like if your study methods. So for me, in my cardiology, I had this little journal, and this was my note-taking journal for the class, and I'm going to get a couple more for this semester. So this is my note-taking journal, and in the class, whatever you think is important, you write it down, and these will help you. Oh my god, I need to go. And also I like studying with my friends, and I like studying like talking and discussing the topic. This is what is going to help you. For me, this is what helps me. So you need to strategize your study ways and like the times you want to study, and make sure these times are kept like throughout the semester, because it's really helpful. And the last thing is to declutter your space and declutter your study area. I'm kind of in the process of doing that right now, but right now I'm not going to show you because it looks like a mess. So I'm not going to show you that, and I'm in the process of decluttering my space, and taking like care of some of the things that are here. I'm just making sure I don't have any things that I don't need, and also devices, like delete stuff you don't need. My friend Toyosi, she's so good at this. She's like, I'm sending you this because I'm deleting this, I'm sending you this because I'm deleting it. So you need to clear off your devices for more space. The new semester, there's going to be more things, and they're gonna come very quickly. So yeah, these are the, I think, 11 ways that I'll be preparing for the new semester, and these are things I have tried before that really helped me. And I really hope that as you go into the new semester, you can try and adopt these practice habits, and I really hope that they help you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Julia Charles. You can find me on TikTok and on Instagram by just typing Julia Charles or IMJ Charles. And yeah, thank you so much. I hope you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. It has been such a long time since I did a video like this. I don't know if I can do it. I can. Okay. Hair on my face or like this? I think like this is fine.